Hey everyone, welcome back to Rennie Beauty, and if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for watching my video. The focus of today's video is all about lashes. So lash extensions, false lashes, how to apply them, and especially how to deal with your lash extensions falling out since nobody's able to go to their appointments. So some of you might know this already, some of you may not know this, but not only am I a makeup artist, I am also a lash technician as well. So I do lash extensions. Unfortunately, due to the circumstances in our world right now, I'm not able to do lash extensions or makeup on anybody. So that's why I'm just here at my house doing videos. So I wanted to do a video today for all you girls out there who have lash extensions and they're falling out and you want to know what to do in between this period of having them and not having them, where you have some that are just hanging on for dear life and other ones just missing. They might just be looking crazy at this point. So I want to give you guys some information about how you can transition from having them to not having them, and how you can allow your lash extensions to fall out naturally without causing any damage to your natural lashes. And also I want to give a little tutorial on how to apply false lashes, so once you don't have your lashes anymore, you don't have to feel like a naked mole rat. So I'm going to be talking about 3 different things today. The first thing is going to be how to care for your lashes while they are going through this period of falling out. The second thing is how to apply one-time individual lashes to camouflage your grown out lash extensions. And the third thing is how to apply a strip falsie lash. So if you find that you're struggling with any of these 3 things, keep watching. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, I've gotten a few people requesting that I give my insight on how to deal with their lashes. And I know there's so many girls out there right now who haven't seen their lash tech in probably about 2 or 3 weeks, and their lashes are needing some I need love. All of you girls out there who get lash extensions are probably struggling through right now, going through the phase of them falling out and having missing bits everywhere. So I wanted to talk about a couple things first that your lash tech is going to thank you so much for not doing these things while they are going through this phase of falling out. Don't rub, pick, or pull at them, because you could actually really harm your natural lashes. I know some of them are probably twisting and going wonky and falling down and all kinds of things, but each of our individual natural lashes has its own growth phase. So there's going to be lashes that are babies and they have a really sensitive root. Then there's 2 other types of lashes. There's basically the growing phase, and then there's the phase where they are just resting. So over time, where they're resting, the follicle begins to weaken, and those ones then fall out really easily, really naturally. But the ones that are in their baby and growing phase, the follicle of that hair is compromised, because if you pull that hair out prematurely, you risk damaging the follicle of that eyelash. And then eventually, if you harm that follicle enough, you could cause your eyelashes to not grow back by rubbing, picking, or pulling at them. So there's much controversy out there that lash extensions actually cause damage to your lashes, and the only way they do is if what I just explained is actually happening. So please, 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 please don't try to pull out or yank at the grown out lashes. Another thing that I don't suggest doing is cutting the lashes with scissors. And the reason why is because the lashes that your lash technician applied are these beautifully tapered lashes that are supposed to mimic our natural lashes. So how they curl and how they taper into a fine little point. So when somebody goes to cut the lashes shorter, it actually cuts this really blunt edge, and it will look so janky. It will look worse than before. So don't cut them either. So now that we've talked about the things that you absolutely should not do during this time, something that you can do to speed up the process of your lashes falling out, if they've gotten to a point where there's just no salvaging them, then what you can do is take some natural coconut oil on a cotton pad and soak your eye with your eye closed. A really great thing to do, it could even be a little bit of self-care, is you can put some coconut oil on a cotton round, put them on your eyes, have a nice hot steamy bath, and just sit there and soak your eyes. The one thing I'm gonna suggest is not to open your eyes while you have the coconut oil on your eyes, because it's not meant to go in your eyes. It's not meant to go inside your eyeballs. Once you're done soaking them, just give them a nice rinse with some warm water. The oil is going to break down the glue from the lashes, and that should actually speed up the process of your lashes falling out. So that is for people who are done, they want them off. So for the people who are still holding on, maybe you have enough left that you can kind of get by, but they're starting to get to that point where you're not sure what to do. What you can actually do is camouflage your lash extensions. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that by using some individual lashes and applying them on my lash line. I'm going to try and do my best to show you what I mean by camouflaging them. So what I actually did was I took some individual cluster lashes and I tried to mimic having 4 lashes left for you guys so I could show you what I mean. I used the longest length to kind of give the effect of having some grown out lashes, and I'm going to use some of the shorter and medium length to fill it in and kind of make it look nicer, and I'll show you what I mean. So these are the individual lashes that I'm using. They are the Benefit individual eyelashes. So they're just little clusters, and you just grab them one by one and dip them in a little bit of glue and apply them on your lashes. So the first thing you want to do is take a little bit of your lash glue. The glue is the Duo Brush On Adhesive. This one turns blue when it's ready to apply, so it's a perfect one for beginners. And I'm just gonna put it into one of the little sockets where the lashes sit, and it's just basically gonna hold the glue in there. And that way I'll be able to just grab the lash and dip it in the glue easily and apply it. Instead of using the smallest length, I'm going to use a medium length, go right beside the ones that are really long. So take that medium length, use the tweezers to try and grab the center of the cluster and pull it out gently. Some of them might get ruined when you pull them out, so you have to try and be gentle when you're pulling them out. So then dip it into your glue, take that little guy, lift your chin up and try to look down. It'll be the easiest way to get access to your lashes, and just place it down. So you want it to be on your lashes, not on your skin. So now that I have a little shorter one beside it, it's not quite long enough to blend in these 2 long ones. Now I'm taking a longer one and I'm gonna put it right beside the one that I just did. You can kind of see that I've started to fill in the gap right here a little bit, so it's looking a little bit less crazy. So let's try and camouflage this part right here, and I'm just gonna use long ones. So then put it down. So I actually have some that are really long, and I'm gonna use those ones as well. They are not in this little kit. I'm gonna use some that I have that are a little bit longer. So I took it out, I dipped it in the glue. You can see that it is blue, so it is ready to go on. And I'm just going to place it between those 2. You can use the other side of your tweezer to push down on them if you want to. It's not pointy, so it might feel a little bit safer. And I'm gonna take another long one, and I'm gonna put it right in there to camouflage that middle long one and this one. I find when you grab it, you're grabbing it like this, but just take your tweezers with your other hand and switch the position. So you go from grabbing it out of the container like this, and then put it down, and use your hand to adjust your tweezer so that it's easier for you instead of trying to hold the tweezer in a really awkward way. So take that lash, angle it towards your lash, and just place it there. And now I have nothing on this outside corner, which a lot of you are probably struggling with. So let's take some of those long ones and give ourselves some lashes on the outside corner. So just take it and boom, right on there, and make sure you kind of adjust it while the glue is still drying. Move it around to where I want it to go. I want it to fill in this little gap. These actually, they really do look like the volume lashes that your lash technician might put on you, so it can help to give that effect. So dip it in the glue, make sure that it's turning blue. If it's even a little bit white, do not try and place it or it will just move and fall all over the place. And we're just going to place it right beside the one we just did And I'm just moving my natural lashes to the side so that it looks a little bit more natural. So on the inside corner, it goes from having nothing to having a really long one. So I'm gonna put a little medium-sized one on that inner corner, and then I'm gonna put one more long one just right here to even out this really long one and these long ones. Now I've completely camouflaged my 3 wonky lashes into looking presentable. I don't recommend adding mascara if you want what's left of your lashes to hang on. The glue from adding these individual lashes is going to interfere with your lash extension glue. So just know that putting on these individual lashes will hinder how long your actual lash extensions have left. But what I was trying to show you was at the point where you really don't have anything left, but you're just trying to camouflage them in a way that makes them look a little bit better. So the third thing we're getting to today is how to apply a false strip lash. I know so many of you probably struggle with this, so I'm going to show you the best way, in my opinion, to put on false lashes and try to make it really easy for you guys to follow along with. The first thing you want is your lashes, so I'm just going to use this. I already have lashes on this side, so I'm just going to do this side. So strongly suggest using some tweezers. Some lash tweezers would be your best bet, but any pair of tweezers will work. These are a pair of lash tweezers. You can see that they are curved at the point where you grab onto the lashes. So that's really nice because you can actually get right in there and pinch along your lash line and make sure the band is hugging your lashes. But for today's demo, I'm going to use a pair of lash tweezers. So these lashes are already cut to size for my eye. So that's a really important part. So when you have the lash and you grab it out of the container that it came in, take the lash in your tweezers and hold it right up to your eye and see if the band is longer than your lash line. So from the point of where your eye ends, and then in here, in the inner corner, you don't want it to be too close to where your lashes begin because you want to work up to that bolder lash. When I hold this up, I can see that the lashes in the inner corner are a little bit shorter, so I'm just trying to match those up. I have a little short one right there, so I'm gonna match it up to the one beside it. There's no glue on these yet. Sit it there and see, do I need to trim it in any way? I don't think I do because I can see that my lashes go out to there and they start there. So I'm not going to trim these, but most likely you will have to trim your lashes before you apply them. So you cut it. Now that your lash is the right size, grab the 2 ends of it and curl it like this. And what that's going to do is make it so the lash itself has this bend to it, and it's going to be a lot easier to follow your lash line. Grab it back in my tweezers. Make sure your tweezers are not dirty or sticky in any way or this will not work. So now I'm going to paint the bottom of the band with the glue. Not too much that if you're using this particular glue, it should start to turn blue right away. Once it's all evenly blue like that, that is when you want to apply it. Just get it right in there, just like this, and literally just rest it right on top. So it's tacky enough that right where I touched it down in the center of my lash, it's gonna hold it there now. So now I moved over to my other hand and I'm going to grab that inside corner and push it down and in, like into my lash line, because you want it to be almost touching. So now I can see it's a little bit too far into the inner corner. So grab this outside corner and just kind of drag it so that it reaches the outside, and then just put it right up in there. Inside corner here popped up again, so let's take it, lift your eyebrows up, that'll help lift your lash up, and just wiggle it right in there. So now it's pretty good and stuck on there, but I can see that my lashes are not blending in with it. So that's where these tweezers come in really, really handy. So they've got that nice curvature to them, so you can actually take it and follow along your lash, lift it up like this, and pinch it together. So we pinch there, we move along a little bit, pinch there, move along a little bit, pinch there. Now the inside corner, switched to my other hand and just pinch and just kind of lift it up so that you can get right in there and pinch it together. And this inside corner is going to be really pesky. So what I will do is take the top of my tweezers and my pinky finger and just kind of go along that inner corner right there and pinch it along. These guys are falling over now. So here we have the individual lashes, and then we have the strip lashes. Individual lashes on this side and the strip lashes on this side. So there we have it, guys. Those are all my tips. I hope that was helpful and you guys learned something. So if I missed anything, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any more questions, and I'll be sure to answer those for you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching.